Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. Hello to all of you on the east side of the world, and also it's now 6:40, and that would be the wrong way. Oh, this is what happened when we go live. We get to see all sorts of fun stuff in front of us. So today we're gonna review a brief review over the Four Noble Truths. Everyone knows that after 13-year-old novice Ethan was ordained, I quickly reviewed it with him out in the rocks, out at the ocean by the rocks. So now we're gonna ask Leo here. Here, you can step up. I'll hide back here. So, what do you remember from the first Noble Truth?
Like the actual first one?
Yeah.
It's birth, disease, decay, and death.
Have you seen that before in society?
Yes.
Tell us, what have you seen?
I've seen disease, I've seen decay, I've seen death. I haven't witnessed birth, but birth is all around us, so I have in a way. I've witnessed death from family members and friends. I've seen disease through family members and through family, immediate family, and I've also seen decay in that form through immediate family as well. So those two I've seen firsthand and lived with, and from my personal experience, it's not very pleasant, but it's part of life. And if you try to minimize the actual value of it, then that's when you run into problems, instead of just taking it for what it is and not trying to minimize it, I guess you could say.
What is suffering?
Suffering,
How do you define suffering for people in your generation?
it comes in different forms, I guess. Desire is also a form of suffering, because if you desire something and then you don't get it, you're therefore subjecting yourself to a form of suffering because you want something that you can't get, obviously.
You gotta look forward. They're gonna think you're looking at a cheat sheet.
No cheat sheet. I just don't.
We're actually in the middle of a parking lot.
I'm not very good at like looking at the camera, but yeah.
Okay. Where have you experienced suffering in yourself?
Growing up, just going through school, going through life, dealt with a lot of depression growing up. Suffering, I've had suffering in the form of a lot of things, in the form of wants, where I don't get something, so then I'm subjected to suffering. In the form of drugs, where you suffer because you're having withdrawals from a certain drug. Suffering from family, from just life and death, that hurts a lot. There's many different things I've experienced suffering from, but the main thing for me personally was depression, and that was like my big suffering thing that really kind of opened my mind to other forms of suffering around me.
Okay, we'll take Joselito on the second Noble Truth. Can you please tell us about the second Noble Truth?
Second, suffering?
The desire.
The desire to want more.
Yeah.
Is always. Everybody always wants more, but truly, sometimes what you need isn't more, it's less. The less you have, the more you're able to handle, because the more things you have, that's too many things to handle. There is peace within having few things, because few things you can only worry about truthfully. More so importantly, you should always try to just be satisfied with what you have. Wanting more causes suffering. Thinking you're not enough is suffering. You need to find inner peace within yourself. Therefore, no need for desires.
in your life, where have you desired something and realized that it's costing you peace?
I would I would say that I always desired to see my father, who passed away when I was still in my mother's stomach. I always wanted to have a word with him, to feel him, to hear him, uh, and that isn't really healthy because there's nothing I can do to change that. He won't just come back. There's no way I'll be able to get that feeling. So this desire to want to see him, to want to meet him is somewhat injuring me because it doesn't really help me grow. It just keeps me in a state of suffering.
What do you hope to get out of this path?
I hope to reach inner enlightenment, peace for myself, so I can spread peace towards everybody else.
Okay, all right, thank you. We can wrap it up over here. And thank you all for joining us. Just wanted to give you all a brief sample post event that we just did, and more to come, obviously. I'm leaving this Friday, and they have been my assistant for 3 years, Joselito 4 years perhaps. And so when I'm gone, I'll be managing remotely. And these guys are really good in computers, so they're going to be looking at some media. I've got, for the things that I've posted, only represents like 10% of what's in the external hard drive. So these guys are going to dig into my hard drive with photos, pictures. They're going to put all sorts of stuff together. So we are currently raising funding for the digital Sangha project and digital, what do you call it? Digital, you can't call it inventory, digital pictures of over the past 10 years of my monastic life. So anyways, hope you all are doing well, and these guys are embracing on a new journey in learning about themselves and learning about Buddhism, the basics in Buddhism, and transmitting that back to everyone. I think it's good to start basics. As I'm in Arizona, I will be reviewing the Tripitaka and hopefully bring forth the study of the suttas, and realize that a lot of videos got attention on the mindfulness of the breath, the beginning of it. So I'll probably bring forth the Vipassana. I've been hiding Vipassana as the cat in the hat. And I think it's time to just unleash the cat in the hat, which is the way that I teach Vipassana. Okay? So may you all be well, be happy, be free, and always be healthy until the very next time. May all of you realize the light of your own true nature. May you all be healed and be a significant source of healing for other people. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.